Okay, team. Well, firstly, on behalf of our vendors, are we on? Firstly, on behalf of our vendors, I'd like to welcome you all here today to our auction room. And on behalf of the team here in Rotorua, I'd like to take the opportunity to personally thank our vendors for entrusting the marketing of their properties over the preceding weeks. I'll identify the marketing specialists as we move through proceedings here today. My name is Gerald Vandermeer and I am obviously your very friendly auctioneer. So the terms and conditions that we will be operating under for each of the properties here today are as follows. The vendor may specify a reserve price which shall not be disclosed to the bidders. Subject to the reserve price being reached here today, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser and a 10% deposit of purchase price shall be payable upon the fall of the hammer. If a dispute arises here today concerning any bids, I shall determine that dispute and submit the property up for sale at the last undisputed bid. No bidder shall advance more or less than the amount nominated or accepted here today by your auctioneer. The auctioneer may refuse any bid. The vendor reserves the right to bid personally or through their agent or auctioneer. If in fact the bid is submitted on behalf of our sellers here today, I shall be submitting that bid and I will make it perfectly clear to you all that it is in fact a vendor bid. The vendor's agent or auctioneer may submit a bid on behalf of any other party, whether present here today in the auction room or not. Interest rate for late settlement is set at 14%. I will discuss settlement date on each of the properties as we move through them. The vendor may also withdraw the property from sale here today without disclosing or declaring the reserve price. So those are the terms and conditions. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Those are the terms and conditions. You are bidding having accepted the terms and conditions which have been available throughout the marketing period. You are bidding having carried out your own personal due diligence on the property and being satisfied with those investigations carried out by yourself. You are also bidding having received a buying and selling guide which has been available again throughout the marketing period for your information. So, with that folks, I'll take you to our first offering, professionally marketed by Brody, standing to attention in the back left corner, my left, your right. The property is legally described as 31 Brookdale Drive in beautiful Ngongataha. It is an estate in fee simple, encompassing all that land, 800 square metres more or less, together with all improvements thereon, as inspected by yourselves. It is further described in record of title SA 23C folio 1100. The chattels passing with this beautiful family home are outlined in Schedule 1 of the auction documents. Settlement date is set down for 15 working days from the fall of the hammer here today, or as mutually agreed. What a fabulous home. Ngongataha is so popular, has a beautiful village vibe, lovely cul-de-sac, great neighbourhood. The home covers some 4 bedrooms, 160 square metres more or less, bathroom and the convenience of a toilet and powder room off the master bedroom. Beautiful indoor-outdoor flow, unassuming from the street. Double garaging on the side of the road, fantastic spacious workshop off to the right, and those 4 bedrooms. Beautiful, beautiful land out the back, which you don't have to maintain. Beautiful views, farmland, stream behind you, beautifully elevated, so there's no concern in relation to water. We did have floods in the area in 2018. This home was not affected in any shape, form whatsoever. Correct, Brody? So beautiful high platform. There's the view out the back. Just gorgeous. Come home, relax, sit out on the deck, pour your favourite drink, lemonade, water, or something stronger if you so desire. and enjoy what is on offer here. So with that, I'm in your hands, folks. I'm looking for engagement. This is the part of the auction where I deal with cash buyers only. Now, I am aware we have a number of conditional buyers in the wings that have contracts ready to be presented in the third phase of our auction. First call. This is where you participate, and the auctioneer says a lot less. Remember, the first bid is the cheapest. It goes up after that. It's not where we start, it's where we finish that matters. Second call, looking for those cash buyers in the room. Third and final, are we all done? All finished? We are live streaming, so I'll just say hello to everybody while you decide what you want to do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Have a great day. Are we all done? All finished? Well, Brodie, we are going to move into the third phase. He does have strong conditional interest, so if you also are a conditional buyer, please speak to Brodie immediately after the auction when conditional offers will be presented to our sellers. So I'll pass that in to you, Brodie, and we'll move on to our second lot here today, professionally marketed by Gary. He's done a fantastic job as always. The property settlement is set down for 10 working days from the fall of the hammer here today. We'll just wait for that slide to come on. I get paid by the minute, so I don't mind it taking longer. Joking, I don't. There's our beautiful property. Property legally described as 13 Clyde Street here in Rotorua. Positioned on a 809 square metre section more or less, together with all improvements thereon. Further described in record of title SA3D folio 1448. The channels also are contained in Schedule 1 of the auction document. I'll let you get that. Might be your wife giving you instructions, no? Okay. So, beautiful property, solid brick home, fantastic vintage, 1960s, great build. I just happen to be built in that vintage as well. I love these homes, solid, strong bones, good bones, a full section, original, but that's great. No one's mucked around with it. It's there for you to put your own taste in it, or just tidy it up a little bit. A sound investment, 4 bedrooms, brick, great cul-de-sac living, walk to JPC, Boys High, Girls High, and Westbrook Primary. Great family neighbourhood to bring up your children. A great first home, a great investment. The choice is yours. So as I say, 10 working days from the fall of the hammer. There's your double garage. Room to put a subsidiary subject to council approval, or a little studio or tiny home. That seems to be the rage at the moment. So with that, I'm in your hands. Nothing you want to add, Gary, before we move into the auction itself?
No.
Rental assessment, do we have?
Yeah, we have, as it is, I think it's 600. If it's renovated, it's around 650.
There you go, a sound investment. So, I'm in your hands, folks. I'm looking for an opening bidder offer. Call me a number. Remember, it's where we finish that matters. Opening bid anywhere. Opening bid, I'm going to start on behalf of our vendor if I don't have any engagement. Don't be shy if you're here to bid and buy. 520, then we're moving in tens. At 520 with me on behalf of our sellers, I'm taking $10,000 advances. First call at 520. Take a 10 if I may. I saw some movement, I got excited, but no. 520, moving in tens, folks. I'm not going to go lower than that. At 520, Chris Beanie excited me as well, moving suddenly. I'm an auctioneer. I saw him moving, but he was only scratching his nose. At 520, moving in tens. Solid home, folks. Taking 10 from 520. First call then. At 520,000. taking 10s. Second call at 520. You're not going to buy the 520, I can tell you that right now. Call the police, someone wants to steal property here today. At 520, moving in 10s. Are we all done, all finished, all silent? I'm going to pause for a short moment. We're going to seek instructions and we'll be back in the room shortly. While you're away, practice. It's very easy. You just put your hand up, move. So at 520, with a vendor bid, I'm pausing, seeking instructions. We'll be back shortly. Instructions are very clear. If I don't get any further engagement and a bid above where we're currently sitting, I'm going to formally pass the property in to Gary to work with the third phase of the auction campaign. Now he does have multiple conditional buyers, so I will call it again. I'll call it 3 times. In the absence of any engagement, I'm going to formally pass in and move into the third phase of the auction. So at 520 with me on behalf of our sellers, still moving in $10,000 advances. First call. Second, looking for $10,000 advances from 520. All done. 530. New bidder and welcome. Thank you, sir. At $530,000, fairly bid on my left. At 530, take another 10 if I may. At 530. First call at 530. At 530, all done, all finished, all silent. At 530, I'm going to move another 10 on behalf of our vendor to 540. Then your next move would be 550, sir. Sounds like a great number. At 540 with me, take a gentle 5. Get you back in front. At 540, brick, 1960s, native timber, full section, cul-de-sac living, schools all close by. Take a gentle 5, get you back in front, then you can negotiate with Gary and the vendor immediately after auction. That is your right as the highest bidder. At this stage you're not. So at 540, take that 5 if I may. Then I'll pass into you, sir, and you can negotiate with Gary. Do I see 545?
Yep.
545, thank you. I've enjoyed your company, sir. 545, fairly bid. In the absence of any further engagement at 545, as I say, I will pass in 545 to you, sir, to negotiate immediately after auction. First call, second, third and final. I've just recognised who you are. Hi, welcome. How are you? Third and final, I'm going to formally pass in to you, Gary. I'll let you do your magic.
Yeah.
545, passing into you, sir, to negotiate in the third phase. Thank you, folks. So that's our second one. Gary will look after you.
Yeah.
Take you to our torture chamber, and we'll see how we get on. Excellent. Thank you. So, Ron, are we happy to move into our third phase? Kylie, you're comfortable with that as well? All right, so our third lot today. I'll just pause and we'll wait for the next slide to come up. EVES exceptional every day, absolutely 100%. There we are. Our third offering, professionally marketed by our lovely Kylie, sitting on the second row. Property legally described as 33 State Highway 30 in Lake Rotorua. It is an estate in fee simple, encompassing 1,012 square metres more or less, together with all improvements thereon, as inspected by yourselves over the preceding weeks. It is further described in a record of title SA 1013 folio 125. The channels passing with the property are outlined in Schedule 1, and they are all going fully furnished, correct? So, move-in ready. All you need to do is bring your bathers, if you wear them. You don't have to, of course. It's very private there. Great place to fish, to kayak, to just enjoy water sports on that pristine lake, and it is gorgeous. As I say, it's a freehold section encompassing 2 by 2 bedroom standalone homes, elevated, giving fabulous views across the inlet in Lake Rotorua. So look at that. Imagine holidaying here, bringing your family, Christmasing here, wintering here. It's gorgeous. Whether you're looking for a full-time live-in or a holiday destination, Airbnb, or just investing, the choices are almost limitless. So both of the units cover 120 square metres combined. There was also a disclosure I needed to make, clause 23. The kitchen in the studio is not consented and is selling as is whereas. That's correct, Collie? So there's no vendor warranty in relation to that particular asset. Look at that lovely outdoor space covered in for when we do get those wet days. Beautiful location, an easy commute to Rotorua, equally easy commute to Kawerau or Whakatane, and waiting for lucky new owners. So with that, your dream lifestyle holiday location awaits. Opening bidder offer, folks. Secure your slice of paradise right here, right now, today. I'm looking for engagement in an opening bidder offer. Ron is working with a registered telephone bidder. I have cited the documentation, so he's not talking to his mum and jacking up the bidding. He is talking to a bona fide buyer who hopefully is going to engage with me here today.
500.
At 500. At 500,000, I'm going to move at 50 to 550 quite quickly, Ron, and take another 50 on top of, if I may. At 550 with me, moving in 50s. At 550 with me, the auctioneer, take another 50 if I may, looking for 600. At 550 against your starter, don't leave me now, sir. It's very lonely up the front here. 550, take another 50 if I may, looking for 600. First call at 550.
Will you take 575?
I'd rather not. If I may take 600, that would be great. It's a Mexican standoff.
Will you do 590?
Absolutely. $590,000 fairly bid now at 590. I'm not going to bid against you now, but I'm away from the reserve, so I am going to formally pass on if we don't have any further engagement. He can bid against himself, Rob. So if he wants to give me some more, now's the time to do it. At 590, I'm not going to engage with him, but we are some distance away from where we need to be. 2x2 bedroom.
600.
At 600, right, fantastic, at 600. Just a few more of those and we might get there. I've got no appointments until after lunch, so I'm happy just to go in tens if that's what you'd like to do. So at 600, fairly bid. I'm not even seeking instructions at that level, Ron. My instructions are very clear. Summer is coming. We'll keep the property on the market if we don't get to where we need to be. At 600, is there another 10 there? While I'm not going to seek instructions at that level, we are just going to formally pass it. I'll leave you time to discuss, Ron. I'll just stand here and wait patiently, as all very good auctioneers do. I'm holding at 600, live bid. I'm not going to engage, but look what's on offer. They are freehold. They're freehold sections. So there's not a lot of them out there. This is one of them with two beautiful homes on it. Rent both. Family in one.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thanks, Ed.
And if you really love your children, maybe in the back one, depending on their age and what they're like. Are we passing on at 600?
Yep.
So, first call, second, third and final, all done, all finished. You don't want another investment out of run, I'm going to formally pass into you, Kylie. We can negotiate with that cash buyer in the third phase as well. On behalf of the team, on behalf of our vendors, thank you for attending their auctions. Please feel free to stay and talk with your marketing specialist. You don't need to run away. I'm sure they'll make you a coffee Brody, did you get up early and make scones? Where is he? He didn't, did he? He did talk about it, but he very disappointing. So I'm very sorry, no scones from Brody today. So, but please feel free to stay, have a cup of coffee, discuss your options, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Thank you on behalf of our vendors, folks. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.